You can be talented, prepared, and hardworking, yet still step back at the exact moment you should step forward. You stay quiet in a meeting because someone else sounds more confident. You avoid a bigger role because you do not feel fully ready. You start planning around a future family before that future has even arrived. Then, years later, you may wonder why your career became smaller than your ability. The problem is not always a lack of skill. Sometimes the biggest barrier is the habit of pulling back before anyone asks you to. That is the central idea behind the book Lean In, by Sheryl Sandberg, then Chief Operating Officer of Facebook. Sandberg wrote about women, work, leadership, and the forces that can quietly shape career choices. Many of those forces are easy to miss because they look normal. Think about a typical meeting. The main table is almost full. A few people sit close to the center. Others choose chairs along the wall. The people near the table speak more often. They are easier to notice. They become part of the discussion. The people at the edge may be just as smart, but they are less visible. This small choice can represent a much larger pattern. Women are often told, directly or indirectly, to be capable but not too ambitious. Be successful, but do not seem difficult. Have a career, but make sure the family never feels the cost. Lead, but remain warm and easy to like. That creates a strange pressure. A man who works hard may be seen as committed. A woman may wonder whether people think she is too aggressive. A father with a demanding job is rarely asked how he does it all. A mother in the same position often hears that question. Over time, these messages can move from society into the mind. A person may begin limiting herself before anyone else does it for her. Sandberg's message is not that every woman must choose the same life. It is not that staying home is wrong, or that career success is the only form of success. The deeper question is whether a decision comes from real preference, or from fear, guilt, and expectations that were never examined. One of the first barriers is confidence. Many capable people experience what psychologists call imposter syndrome. It means you have real skills, but still feel like a fake. You think your success came from luck. You worry that one day people will discover you are not as good as they think. Both men and women can feel this. But Sandberg argues that women often underestimate themselves more strongly. You can see it in simple moments. Someone praises your work, and you quickly say, "It was nothing." You receive an award and explain why it does not really matter. You are invited to apply for a role, but your first thought is everything you still cannot do. This may look like humility, but repeated often, it becomes a habit of making yourself smaller. Sandberg tells a story about being praised for an important recognition. Her first reaction was to dismiss it. An assistant challenged her response. Instead of explaining why the recognition did not matter, she could simply say, "Thank you." That sounds tiny, but it points to something important. Accepting credit is not the same as becoming arrogant. Confidence can simply mean seeing your ability clearly. This is why sitting at the table matters. It is both a real action and a mental one. Do not remove yourself from the conversation before it begins. Do not wait for perfect confidence. Take the seat, ask the question, share the idea, and apply for the opportunity. But confidence creates another problem, especially for women. Success does not always make a woman more popular. Sandberg discusses a famous business school experiment based on the story of entrepreneur Heidi Roizen. Some readers saw the name Heidi. Others saw the same story with the name changed to Howard. The actions and achievements were the same. Readers respected both people's ability, but they were more comfortable with Howard and less comfortable with Heidi. The lesson is uncomfortable. The same behavior can be judged differently depending on gender. So a woman may face a double pressure. If she is quiet, she can be ignored. If she is direct, she can be disliked. Trying to solve this by pleasing everyone does not work. The better goal is not universal approval. It is to be clear, fair, competent, and human. You cannot build a meaningful career while constantly checking whether every person feels comfortable with your ambition. Once you stop shrinking yourself, the next question is where to move. Many people imagine a career as a ladder. There is one direction, up. Someone is above you, someone is below you, and every move is judged by whether it looks like a promotion. Sandberg offers a better image, a jungle gym. On a jungle gym, you can move up, sideways, or even down for a while. You may change companies. You may learn a new skill. You may accept a role that looks smaller today, but opens a larger path tomorrow. That is close to what Sandberg did when she moved from Google to Facebook. At the time, Google was already a powerful company, while Facebook was much younger. A traditional ladder view might have made the move look risky. A wider career view showed a different opportunity. This way of thinking reduces the fear of making a wrong move. Your career does not need to be one straight line. Sandberg suggests holding two goals at the same time. One is a long-term dream. The other is a practical 18-month plan. The dream gives you direction. The shorter plan gives you something you can act on now. Instead of asking, "What title should I have in 10 years?" Ask, "What can I learn, build, or improve in the next 18 months?" That shift is useful because careers change. Industries change. Family needs change. Opportunities appear from places you cannot predict. There is another trap, especially when people think about marriage and children. Sandberg calls it leaving before you leave. A woman may not be married yet, or may not be planning a child soon. Still, she starts rejecting travel, leadership, training, or challenging projects. Because she imagines a future problem, she slows down years before she actually needs to make a change. It is like driving onto a highway and immediately looking for the exit. The point is not to ignore family needs. The point is to avoid paying a career cost for a life event that has not happened. Make the decision when the decision is real. Until then, keep your foot on the gas. This becomes easier when work and home are not treated as separate worlds. A career is affected by what happens after you leave the office. If one partner carries nearly all the housework, childcare, planning, and emotional responsibility, that person has less energy for work. This is why Sandberg argues that a partner should become a real partner. Shared responsibility is not only about fairness. It changes what each person is able to do. But sharing requires letting go of control. Sometimes one partner says, "I need more help," then corrects every small detail. The floor was cleaned the wrong way. The child was dressed the wrong way. Dinner was made differently. After enough criticism, the other person may stop trying. If you want someone to share responsibility, they need room to do it in their own way. The same principle applies at work. Honest communication is necessary, but honest does not mean harsh. Instead of saying, "You never listened to my ideas," describe what happened. You might say, "I sent 4 messages and did not receive a reply. I felt that my suggestion was not being considered." Is that what you intended? Facts create a conversation. Accusations create a fight. Listening matters too. The more authority you have, the less likely people are to tell you uncomfortable truths without being asked. Good leaders make space for honest feedback. And then there is perfection. Many people try to solve work and family pressure by becoming better at everything. Better employee, better parent, better partner, better friend, better cook, better planner. A better version of themselves every hour of the day. That is not balance. It is an impossible job description. Sandberg points to a simple Facebook saying, "Done is better than perfect." Perfection can look responsible, but it often creates guilt. If your standard is that everything must be excellent, then something will always feel wrong. You worked late, so you feel guilty about home. You left work early, so you feel guilty about work. You rested, so you feel guilty about both. A better question is not, "Can I do everything?" It is, "Can I do the things that matter most to me and my family?" That question creates priorities instead of endless pressure. So how can you use these ideas in daily life? Step 1. Practice leaning in before you feel fully ready. Start with one visible action. In your next meeting, sit closer to the center. Speak once before the meeting ends. If someone praises your work, Do not push the praise away. Say thank you. I worked hard on that. When an opportunity appears, separate real missing skills from simple fear. Write down what the role actually requires. Then mark what you can already do and what you can learn. The goal is not blind confidence. It is accurate confidence. If you can do most of the work and learn the rest. Consider moving forward instead of waiting for a perfect feeling that may never arrive. Step 2. Build your career like a jungle gym, not a ladder. Choose a long-term direction, but do not demand a perfect route. Then create an 18-month goal. Make it concrete. Maybe you want to lead one major project, learn a new tool, or improve public speaking. Move into a new field, or create measurable value for your team. When a new opportunity appears, ask more than, is this a promotion? Ask, what will I learn? Who will I work with? What problems will I solve? What could this open next? And do not leave before you leave. If a future family change may happen, deal with it when it becomes real. Do not quietly remove yourself from opportunities years in advance. Step 3. Create a support system instead of trying to become a superhero. At home, talk clearly about responsibilities. Do not call it help if both people own the home. Decide who handles what. Then give each person enough freedom to complete the task. At work, communicate with facts and feelings, not attacks. Say what happened, explain the effect, and ask for the other person's view. Finally, choose what good enough means. Not every meal needs to be perfect. Not every email needs another 20 minutes. Not every school event, work request, and social invitation deserves the same level of energy. Pick the things that matter most. Protect them. Let some smaller things stay at 80%. Lean In is often described as a book about women and leadership, but its larger question is about choice. Are you building your life from what you truly value, or from fear about how other people may judge you? Real equality does not mean women must copy men. It means women and men should both have room to work, care for family, lead, rest, and make choices without being trapped by old expectations. And change does not happen only through company rules or public policy. It also happens in meetings, marriages, kitchens, hiring decisions, conversations, and the private voice inside your head. You do not need to control every outcome. You do need to notice when fear is making the choice for you. A useful sentence to remember is this: do not step out of the race before the race asks you to stop. Take the seat, keep learning, share the load, choose what matters. And when the next meaningful opportunity appears, do not automatically move back. Lean in. If you enjoy learning practical ideas from great books through clear, natural English, you can subscribe and continue learning with the next one.